Why are you shouting? President Buhari endorses party's Muslim ticket, confident of 2023. Gunmen open fire on commercial bus, abduct passengers in Kogi. Transmission Company of Nigeria says national power grid restored. And on the foreign scene, Italy's Prime Minister Mario Draghi resigns as crisis deepens. Hello and welcome to Trust TV News Update. I am Ibrahim Yusuf. Hello and welcome once again. President Muhammadu Buhari has welcomed the choice of ex-Borno State Governor Kashim Shettima as running mate to the APC candidate Bola Tinubu. Buhari said this in a statement by presidential spokesman Garba Shehu after receiving the vice presidential candidate after he was unveiled by the leadership of the party and Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. In his remarks, Senator Kashim Shettima expressed appreciation to the president for his empathy, support and positive role leading to his emergence as running mate to Tinubu and pledged to remain loyal and devoted to the president and the party.
Here to register our profound gratitude to the father of the nation for his leadership, for his support, and for his endorsement of my person as the vice presidential candidate, APC. We owe him a debt of gratitude. He deserves to be celebrated, and we are here to celebrate him and essentially to thank him most sincerely from the bottom of our hearts. I'm accompanied by my boss, the Governor of Borno State, and the Honorable Minister representing Borno in the Federal Executive Council. This is essentially what brought us here. We felt morally bound to come and thank him personally before we come with a larger delegation on Friday. And he has given us his word that he will campaign vigorously for the ticket for us to cruise home to victory in 2023 presidential elections.
Alhamdulillah, we, the people of Borno State, we are very much grateful. We are so much happy to see one of us becoming the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, which we never had this opportunity. We are close to this opportunity during MQ Abiola stroke Babagana Kingibe. So this time around, we believe one of us will become the Vice President of the nation. And inshallah, he will become the Vice President of the entire nation. And indeed, he will support the government of Borno State also, so that I will also consolidate in what I'm doing in the state with the view to moving the nation forward.
Meanwhile, hundreds of demonstrators stormed the National Secretariat of the All Progressives Congress to register their grievances over the position of the party on its Muslim ticket. The demonstration, which was led by a few party members under the auspices of the APC House of Fulani Youth Forum, declared that they will not stop protesting until the party does the right thing.
The APC presidential candidate, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is a Muslim from southwestern Nigeria, and picking another Muslim from the northeastern part of the country as his running mate is politically and morally indefensible. We hold the firm conviction that such a move can boomerang with unpleasant consequences for the APC at the general elections. Hence, the need for the party's leadership to make haste to correct this error of judgment. As a group, we wish to state unequivocally that we reject the choice of Senator Kashim Shettima as the vice presidential candidate of the APC. This decision is hinged on the need to ensure a balance in the presidential ticket of the APC, as it has been since the return of democracy in 1999.
The crisis rocking the Rivers State chapter of the All Progressives Congress, APC, has taken a new turn following the resignation of some chieftains weeks after the conduct of the presidential and governorship congresses. The publicity secretary of the APC in the state, Chris Finebone, described the recent resignation of some members as the usual self-cleansing mechanism of the party at work. the report.
After some back and forth movements to gain a foothold in APC in Rivers, Senator Magnus Abe, who represented Rivers South East Senatorial District between 2015 and 2019, has withdrawn from the party's membership. He said this will give him a chance to pursue his long-term bid to govern the state on another platform. The news of Abe's withdrawal from APC had been on social media since last week, before a letter of resignation purportedly signed by him and addressed to the party's national chairman, Abdullahi Adamu, went viral online. However, Senator Abe denied issuing such a letter on his Facebook page, but declined to reveal what political party he intends to join.
I have left the APC, but I didn't write any letter to resign. The constitution of the party says that if you join another party, your membership will end. So I've joined another party, so my membership will end. That's how I did. I didn't write any letter, so the letter is fake. But as to whether I've left the party, yes, I have left the party.
Reacting to the exit of Senator Abe and other party members, the publicity secretary of APC in the state, Chris Feinborn, said his exit did not come as a surprise to them.
It recently came to our attention that Senator Abe and the few persons still with him had concluded plans to join the Social Democratic Party SDP, on whose platform Abe will run for governor. Hence, their persistent hype to the effect that Abe will be on the ballot come 2023. This press conference is essentially to explain to you and the public that Rivers APC considers the formal exit of Abe and his associates from the APC as good riddance. We liken it to a successful excision of a debilitating cancer from the body. Rivers APC can now heave a sigh of relief from the sustained destabilizing onslaught by Senator Abe.
He explained that the party made efforts to halt recent mass defections that hit its camp, but to no avail.
And to security matters now, where gunmen on Wednesday flagged down an 18-seater bus and abducted passengers on board at Ochonyi Omoko village along Abuja-Lokoja Highway in Kogi State. Daily Trust reports that a vigilante member who confirmed the incident, saying they heard gunshots late Wednesday, and they mobilized to the scene where they discovered a bus abandoned by the roadside without passengers inside. He said they are still combing the forest to trace the gunmen and rescue the victims. As at the time of filing this report, spokesman of the Kogi State Police Command, DSP Williams Ovie Aya, did not respond to calls and a text message sent to him. Meanwhile, the police in Gombe have uncovered no fewer than 16 vehicles with sealed number plates and another with the banned spy number plate in the state. This followed an operation to enforce the ban on the police spy number plate in the state. Ibrahim Ismail reports.
The police public relations officer, Gombe State ASP Mahid Moazu, said the exercise for the enforcement of the ban on police number plate will be continuous. The PPRO said the police is making progress in the operations, which will help prevent criminals from taking advantage of the spy number plate.
This will improve in boosting the security architecture of the state, and particularly some people using the cover plate number and the police spy number. They are hiding under the police spy plate number just to break, sometimes to breach security checks, and sometimes just to perform or carry out their criminal activities. And removing this and ensuring nobody who covers his plate number, his identity is revealed, there is no problem. If his identity is revealed, everybody would know who is the particular person riding this vehicle. Okay. That is just the zip behind.
Some defaulters who spoke to newsmen said they were not aware of the ban.
I don't know, but now I know. Whatever I see somebody, if he close his plate number, I will take the solution and I give him an advice. It's not good. It is the information from IG.
So na taho da mota lamba a kulle wadda kuma dokar kasa ta bada doka.
I drive a car with a sealed number plate, which is illegal. I don't know about the ban. It is a mistake, but it won't happen again.
Kuma Allah da za a kiyaye. ba za kuma a sake kulle lamba a mota ban Allah ya.
The Inspector General of Police, Usman Alkali Baba, had announced a ban on the use of police spy number plates nationwide, saying the ban is to enforce traffic rules. From Gombe, Ibrahim Ismail reporting for Trust TV.
To health now, where the Borno State Ministry of Health has reported cases of monkeypox infections in the state. The State Director of Health confirmed the development, saying that out of the 4 suspected cases, 3 were confirmed positive by the NCDC. Trust TV reports that stakeholders and development partners are strategizing to ensure proper sensitization to enhance prevention of the epidemic-prone diseases. The report.
The sensitization campaign, which was kick-started by the World Health Organization, focused on the health dangers of COVID-19, cholera, malaria, and monkeypox. These diseases that claimed millions of lives globally, experts said are contracted through unhygienic environments and unhealthy lifestyle. The outbreak of monkeypox in Borno State prompted the World Health Organization to engage its community health champions to embark on the sensitization campaign to 30 households in 30 days.
Da ake cewa monkeypox ko yi sanan mamata so saboda haka irin yaran mu haka matasa da suke farauta su je su kamo wannan nama su kamo wannan kuma saboda haka zamu ringa tsaftace muhallin mu da abubuwan cin mu da shan mu.
They taught us the importance of cleaning our houses and also how to properly wash and boil meats so as to avoid sickness, and we should ensure good hygiene for our children. We, the community, accept this sensitization program because my interactions with the households, they appreciate the knowledge on these diseases. So anything that has to do with health, we welcome it because there is high rate of diseases in this community.
The WHO and Ministry of Health and the partners are working around the clock to ensuring that we intensify the case search for the cases in the communities, and also we do contact tracing. We've been collecting samples to ensure that those suspected cases are also tested, and we are also making sure that the health workers are being sensitized and empowered in a sense that they will be able also to timely report and pick up those cases that might have reported to the facilities, and also try to give them the necessary support that are required.
The World Health Organization said it will extend the campaign to prone communities in the state.
And still in health, the Zamfara state government is to partner with the United Nations Children Fund, UNICEF, and other relevant stakeholders to tackle cholera disease in the state. The Executive Secretary of the state's Primary Healthcare Board, Dr. Ismail Tukur, disclosed this to journalists in Gusau, the state capital, shortly after a meeting with stakeholders on interventions in cholera-prone areas in the state.
With us, all the coordinators for WASH and other activities are all here with us. So we are going to ensure that those plans are implemented according to the priority areas and strategies that are being recommended by the partners.
On the part of the efforts the government is doing to ensure that there is safe drinking water across the state, we have a plan that we are going to do boreholes. Presently, more than 20 boreholes are going to be drilled, 30 new solar motorized boreholes. And part of this meeting we are holding this has to do with the additional funding we are receiving from UNICEF.
You're watching Trust TV News Update. And still to come on the news, struggling dry meat business. Details of this and more after the break. You stay with us.
documenting the Nigerian story.
Welcome back, and thanks for staying with us on Trust TV News Update. Now, a recap of our top stories. President Buhari endorses party's Muslim ticket, confident of 2023. And gunmen open fire on commercial bus, abduct passengers in Kogi. And in other news, dried meat, popularly known as kilishi, is among the most profitable trades associated with butchers in northern Nigeria. In Sokoto State, the business of kilishi has been thriving over the years, but slowed down recently due to the high cost of animals and other materials used in preparing it. Idris Jibrin reports that traders are now struggling to maintain the trade. The report.
Arzika Bello has been in the business of kilishi for over 60 years. He inherited the trade from his father and is now passing it to 5 of his children. There was a time when you can never get kilishi anywhere in Sokoto apart from this place. But now that people are gradually realizing the importance of kilishi, you can find it in many parts of Sokoto state. Dried meat, otherwise known as kilishi, is done from various animals and is popular among butchers in many parts of northern Nigeria. In Sokoto state, traders say the business of kilishi is paying off. Honestly, this trade is very important and is helpful to us. It's been helping us because we grew up and see our father doing this business, and he taught us how to do it, and we are still doing it. And it is with this trade that he took our responsibilities from primary school to secondary school. Some of us have even finished university. But the inadequate capital, the high cost of animals and other ingredients used in preparing it, as well as the lack of government intervention, is gradually threatening the very survival of this trade in Sokoto. Actually, our main challenge is the high cost of animals and the other ingredients that we are using to prepare the kilishi. In fact, some animals, if you slaughter it, you can't even make the money out of it because it's very expensive. So everything is actually expensive, and we have been yearning for government intervention, and up till now it hasn't come. We've been trying, and they have been promising us that they will help us, they will assist us in making this trade better. But up till now, we haven't seen any assistance. Although several promises were made to these people, but they say it hasn't been fulfilled yet, and that if nothing is done to assist them, their business may be extinct. Idris Jibrin, Trust TV News, Sokoto.
The Senate has passed the Electricity Bill 2022 to improve the utilization of generated power and solve the sector's challenges. The bill was passed on Wednesday after consideration of a report by the Senate Committee on Power. The report.
Chairman of the committee, Senator Gabriel Suswam, said the bill seeks to, among others, provide an ideal legal and institutional framework to leverage on the modest gains of the privatization phase of the electricity power sector in Nigeria.
Mr. President, this one deals with situation where state, in the bill now, state can legally generate power, transmit and distribute without any hindrance. Any individual who have the capacity can do same. That is a new introduction in the bill. It has now opened up so that any individual who have the capacity can go and generate power, transmit it, and distribute it if we have the capacity to engage in transmission and distribution. That has been introduced now, and so Nigerians are free.
The Senate President, midway through consideration of the bill, sought to know the role and operational capacity of banks that had taken over distribution companies indebted to them.
Were taken over by some banks that this discourse owed so much money. That changes the landscape, because banks, or let me say those banks, do not have the capacity, the wherewithal to run the discourse. What happens with our discourse now in the hands of banks? Are they going to privatize them again, or government should look into it and do the privatization once again?
Responding, Senator Suswam explains that the takeover of entities by banks was duly carried out in collaboration with the Nigeria Electricity Regulatory Commission and Bureau of Public Enterprise. The Electricity Bill 2020, after a close-by-close consideration of the committee's report by the Committee of the Whole, was passed by the upper chamber.
Meanwhile, the Transmission Company of Nigeria says the restoration of the national grid has been completed following its collapse on Wednesday. In a statement by its General Manager Ndidi Mba, the national grid experienced system disturbance on Wednesday, adding that the incident was as a result of a sudden drop in system frequency, which created system instability. Mba said the Nigerian electricity supply industry is committed to leveraging on the concerted interventions instituted so far to enhance power supply reliability so that the issue of system collapse will soon become a thing of the past. He said a full-scale investigation is being conducted to establish the cause of this failure. In its efforts to curb smuggling along the Idiroko border axis, the Nigeria Customs Service, Ogun 1 Command, says it has intercepted a luxury passenger bus loaded with 375 bales smuggled textiles, 42 trailer loads of foreign parboiled rice, and 9 tanker loads of PMS in the last 6 months. Bamidele Makinde, the Customs Controller, Ogun 1 Area Command, disclosed this in Abeokuta on Wednesday while briefing newsmen. He said during the period under review, the command generated a total sum of 29,940,146 naira from import duties and auction sales of premium motor spirit seized from smugglers.
To showcase our half-year 2022 incredible performances in the areas of revenue generation, anti-smuggling operations, and trade facilitation. Starting with revenue. During the period under review, the command generated a total sum of 29,940,146 naira and 50 kobo from import duties and auction sales of premium motor spirits seized from smugglers. In the area of anti-smuggling activities, I'm pleased to intimate to you on our achievements in the area of anti-smuggling activities during the period under review, in which the command has been able to record a spectacular seizure of 25,960 bags of foreign parboiled rice of 50 bags each, equivalent of 43 trailer loads. This huge quantity, if allowed into the Nigerian market, will be disastrous to the federal government policy on rice, local rice production and the economy of the nation. There are several other seizures recorded in various quantities during the same period, which include frozen poultry products, 1,433 cartons, used vehicles, foreign used and means of conveyance, including Marco Polo POS, which is 72 units, used motorcycles used as means of conveyance, 20 units, illicit drugs, 1,400 packets, 2,250 sachets of tramadol, and 168 packets of codeine. Tomato paste, 289 cartons. Cannabis sativa, 258 sacks and 661 wraps. Used tires, 140 pieces.
And now look at the foreign scene, where Italian Prime Minister Mario Draghi has submitted his resignation to President Sergio Mattarella after key coalition parties withdrew their support for his government. In a statement on Thursday, the president's office said Mattarella had taken note of the resignation and asked Draghi's government to remain on a caretaker capacity. The resignation opens the way for early elections in September or October. The statement by the president's office did not specify whether Mattarella will dissolve parliament or call snap elections. And that wraps up Trust TV News Update for this hour. For more news, you can subscribe and follow us across all our social media platforms. I am Ibrahim Yusuf. Thanks for watching.